that kind of just a lot going on today. So I really wanted to show you guys these awesome ornaments. We made these over at Juice, and they're so easy to make, so fun to do. It could be like a family event, or if you need to make some ornaments to give for Christmas or whatever holiday. They're just so easy, and I've done them before, but I don't think I did them last year, and so I want to revisit them for y'all. Let me get my everything situated. I can't seem to find my mouse. I bet you a cat could. No, it didn't. I just can't see. So if you guys are having a great and awesome today, what's today? Tuesday. And welcome to the live. Hello, Rachel, Evelyn, Andrea, Sue. What's up? I guess maybe I'll wear some gloves just because I don't want to turn my hands all of the colors, which is likely to happen. The video looks pixelated for everybody, or is it better now? So it is better or it isn't better? Not better. What about now? Better 1 or 2? Or 1 or 2? Okay, good. I'm glad it's better. So we did these super awesome, super easy ornaments, and I'm just going to show you guys how we did them. And I'll tell you where I got all the materials because it's not resin. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Erica, and Bowie is in his director's seat. I'll show you guys the little Bowie butt later in the show. And we're Artists Till Death. We go live every day, usually at 6 p.m., except for on Tuesdays, usually at 2 p.m. Central, except for when stuff comes up and we have to go live early, which today is one of those. So yeah, I went ahead and pre-prepped a couple of these ornaments, but I'm going to show you how to do all the prep as well. So I got these ornaments from our lovely Judy, and when she comes into the chat room, she'll leave her information, but you order them by the case, and then each box within the case, they have packaged little glass will break ornaments. And so what you do is you just pop this top bit out and set it aside. And I put my gloss medium in this little squirt bottle, but you can use just a pipette or a dropper. So I got the ornaments from Judy, and you could email her at jhsand@me.com. I'll link all this stuff down in the description. I know she doesn't have that many cases left though. Also, that is a box, and there are, I think, 64 ornaments in a case. So this is just a gloss medium. I think this one is by Golden, I believe. Any gloss medium should work just fine. You don't want to put too much in because you're going to roll this medium around so that it hits everything on the inside of the ornament. So you want to coat it, essentially all of it on the inside. Or if you don't want to coat them all, it's not a big deal. I'm working on ways to create designs in them with the gloss medium, but I haven't figured it out quite yet because what you put in, you also need to drain back out. Because if you have too much pooling in there, it's going to mess with your design. But that also looks really fun sometimes. So you just roll this gloss medium around in your ornament until everything is covered. And then once everything is covered, which it's not in this one, but I'm not going to bore you guys to death watching me coat the inside of an ornament with a clear gloss medium. You just set it upside down so that it drains out. I have it draining in a little cup so I can save all the excess because waste not, want not. So I went ahead and coated this one right before we went live so you guys wouldn't have to wait so long. You can see this extra drip coming down that didn't quite make its way out of the ornament. That could pose a problem, but I'm not too concerned about it. This, I will have to get the name from Judy because I have no idea. I'll also link all the stuff I'm using down in the description box below this video and where I got it from. So, gum Arabic. This is called gum Arabic. I remembered all by myself. And it makes fun little patches of color do really awesome things inside of the ornament. So I'm using just a little coffee stirrer to get the powders into the ornament. Just tapping it in there. And then once you have a powder in there, you got to beat the devil out of it. What this is essentially doing is having everything bounce around and knock loose so that it kind of spreads the color or the powder around. I didn't let the gloss medium dry. You want to let it just drain out any extra liquid. So you can kind of see it already starting to soak up into the liquid. And actually, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to show you on one of these other ones the look that it makes when you use that as opposed to not. Just a couple examples. So this bit is where I put some of the gum Arabic in and it didn't quite, it was too much of a, like a pile of it like this one. So I didn't beat the devil out of it enough. So it has kind of a wider mark. But where it does work its way out, you get these kind of darker patches like this one. This area is where some of that gum Arabic landed. And right here. I don't know the actual science of how it does whatever it does, but I know that that's what happens when you use it. So I'm not fully coating it. I'm just putting enough in there to look fun. I believe Judy's email is jhsand@me.com, but I'm going to confirm and I'll link that down in the description so that you guys can know it as well. So what do you do next? So the next step is putting color inside of it. And so I'm going to use a lot of the Primary Elements colors because they're just vibrant and beautiful. I happen to have a lot of black cherry because it was sent to me in error. So this isn't a resin art. This is Primary Elements. This is acrylic based instead of resin based. If you use an acrylic based, if you use a resin based powder like the dry paste from Resin Art, it's not going to work because there's water based stuff in here. The clear medium, the gloss medium, is water based, so it's just not going to do any fun things. But their Primary Elements and their Bling-Its work perfectly. I'm also going to test with you guys other micas to see if those work as well. So I'm also going to try glitters and maybe some chameleons. I think I'm going to do maybe some reds and teals on this one. So I'm going to pull this one, maybe black cherry, and just another mica. Oop. Okay. That just knocked over everything. All right. So I'm going to use La Rez mica to test and see how other micas work. I'm using Crimson Lust Bling-Its. I have this in stock. Can't you dissolve the Primary Elements in alcohol and then put it in resin? So you could. However, there's no binder in just alcohol or in just the micas. So if you do that, it may not adhere to the edges of the ornament. It might just kind of settle or just be in there. I don't know. But yeah. I haven't tried it, so I can't speak on it. It could work. It could absolutely work, assuming there's some kind of binder. Maybe if you used a blending solution. I don't know. I'll test it. So now I'm going to start adding the color. And to do this, I'm going to do it just like the gum Arabics. Actually, I'm going to start with the just regular mica and see how well it works. I feel like it will probably work fine because essentially at its core, that's what the Primary Elements are. However, they are next level. So once you have a color in there, just move it around like this. Ooh, I used way too much teal. But is there too much teal? We'll find out. So that looks pretty good so far. IRL, it's a little bit more green. So this is where the gum Arabic is, and it's gonna start creating some different unique designs. I hope that's not too big of a patch, but we'll find out. So next I'm going to use the Crimson Lust color. If you haven't guessed it, I love the look of like patinaed things. That's probably why my go-to for these is reds and teals. Thank you, Pamela, for reminding people to hit the like button. That's fun. I don't even know how that happened. I'm pretty sure it's from just doing this. Yeah, tomorrow these will look very different. I'm going to add in some black cherry to deepen some of the areas. I wouldn't bang it too hard because you don't want to risk shattering your ornament. But definitely use just a little bit of force because you're trying to knock loose anything that's not kind of put down and adhered with the gloss medium. So any loose powder you're trying to kind of move and shake to the opposite sides. So, and if you hold it up to a window, you'll be able to see through any thin areas. Like this bit right here is a little bit on the thin side. But you know, it's okay to have some thin areas because after all said and done, you put some gold in it after it dries and it looks amazing. I think I want to do one with just these two colors because that looks awesome. Yes, if you wanted to use primary elements in resin, you absolutely can. You just first have to make it into an acrylic paint, and that takes using a medium, and that medium can definitely be Vivid Art Fluid, which I think you can get both at Color Art's website. I haven't used Angel Wings yet, so let's see what that color looks like. Does the Magic Rainbow Dust work? Are you talking about the Oaklawn glitter? That looks fun. I guess I should stick with a very muted icy palette on this one. Let's put some Violet Bling It. Oh, some Violet Interference. Yeah, we can try. I brought some over to try and see what, oops, what it would look like with Oaklawn. These would be super fun to do with kids. If you have family coming over for Thanksgiving, make a bunch of ornaments. Oops, I need something else. Fantasia. Let's put Byzantine. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. Byzantine, just Biz. Let's put this pretty bluish one in there. And as this sets, it'll start to change and move and do new things. So this one's been setting. We just did it. So all of this awesome action is happening. This will end up dissolving. But I'll keep that set aside so we can keep an eye on its progress. No, I said I want to keep this one lighter, but I think now I want to put a little bit of a dark purple in it. So how many of you guys tried this last year before when we did it? Well, I guess that's more of a brighter color than I had imagined, but it'll still look nice. So primary elements are water-based, but you can make a slurry with them using alcohol. But like we said before, there's no binder in it. So it may not work as well. Thanks, Arlene. Have a great appointment. I think we're pretty much covered now. Set that aside and let it do its dance. You still have ornaments not done yet? Yep, that's probably pretty common. Well, let's work on clear plastic ornaments. I don't see why it wouldn't, but since I haven't personally tried it, I can't really speak on it, but I don't see why not. Really think that this stuff makes it look even better. The gum Arabic, I don't even know. I'll have to look up what the actual science is that it does. I don't know that you could do this bit with the plastic ornaments unless they're really thick ornaments, but just be careful that you don't squish your ornaments, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm going to figure out how to do designs in this instead of just kind of just letting it do what it wants to do. Eventually I'll figure that out. Let's do a darker one. So we did those ones that I showed you guys in the beginning over at Judy's. And she has every color of everything ever invented ever. I have limited supply of things that aren't resin based. So I don't have all the same colors that I used with the other ones. However, these will turn out just lovely. I have no doubt. Also, it's very surprising how much powder goes into coat the inside of one of these. It's astonishing, actually. Have a great appointment. This one's gonna look super classy. You can tell already. So it needs, maybe we'll put, no. We'll put some crimson in there. What's up, Tropical Epoxy? Welcome. How are you doing today? When you pick your colors to put in these, you can go off of most of the same theories that you use for other mediums, what colors will work together and what colors won't. Just keep in mind that, well, with other mediums, you kind of have to be more mindful of what if these two colors mix together? Will it make a pretty color or not so pretty color? That's less of a concern when you do these because the colors really aren't going to mix. You put them in one at a time and then they just stick somewhere and they don't really mix or layer. So yeah. Hand therapy. I didn't know you were still in therapy. I'm sorry. I am doing just fabulous. Thank you for asking. So this one's going to look really nice. It's just got shades of reds and purples and wines. I like the music you're making too. Well, I meant to then. Let's check on these bad boys. These are starting to mix really nicely. Hi, Tia. How are you doing? That's speckling. That's from the gum Arabic as well. Yep, it's going to look really nice. Check on the first one we did. Ooh, those dark shades are coming through now where we had the gum Arabic. See where it's soaking in the other colors? It's getting real dark right here. So it's going to give really nice depth. So long as everything soaks into it. But it doesn't seem to do that much with regular micas. Where we use the primary elements, it's giving a lot of different dynamic. But where it's just in just the primary element, nope, just the regular micas, it's not doing much. But let's set this aside again and we'll check back in on it after the next one. So what colors do you want me to do on this one? Then after this one, I think I'm going to do, actually you guys wanted me to do the oak lawn. So let's see what that looks like. Red, green, and gold. I'll probably do one of those. All right. Let's put some gum Arabic in first and see if that does any fun stuff with glitter. Probably not because glitter, but it may do something if we put a pigment behind the glitter. You know what I mean? It affects oxidation with color pigments. Sweet. That sounds super sciencey and awesome. See where all these flecks are dispersed out because of this action? That is what's going to make some awesome designs. Okay. Let's put some oak lawn in there and see what happens. You did all yours with glitter? I was playing with that idea of if you tap or flick your stick, it sounds horrible, but will it like explode and give some awesome directional? Oh, it's gonna look really awesome. How does it work? How does it lay in a perfect rainbow? I ask that question every time I use this glitter. This is Oaklawn. I'm using the 35 particle. I'm going to put a little bit more in so that it's around this top bit. And then we'll put a color behind it. So I typically would ask you guys what color I should use, but I'm going to just use the darkest one that I have out, which I think is Black Cherry, so that it stands out from the background. It would probably look fine with any color in the background, but because I like this color, I'm going to do this. Most glitters and chameleons look best with a dark background. Just heads up. Also, I just noticed I am kind of making a beat when I do that. I hadn't noticed. Looks like I missed a part. This area right here. I'm putting a lot of pigment just at that part, and it's not changing, so that means I didn't get any of my gloss medium in this area. So make sure you're getting fully coated. All right, we're fairly opaque. So I'm gonna set this guy aside to do what it's gonna do. We can take this time to check on our other ones. This is the one we just did. Not a whole lot of action just yet. But I mean, we just did it. And then the one right before that one, starting to do some pretty fantastic stuff. Like this dark area. Should have put more dark down here. And then the first one we did, still creating these awesome deep tones from what I have just been taught. It's oxidizing, but apparently some colors don't oxidize. For example, this light green one doesn't seem to want to do much. Everything else looks really awesome. All right. Yeah, I wanted to do a chameleon one. So that was all the ones that I have prepped already. Unfortunately, you guys get to watch me roll gloss medium around this egg for a moment to do this next one. Black and white and some shimmer would be amazing. Unfortunately, true black micas are not a thing. They always end up being like a gunmetal color or like a graphite, some kind of deep gray. Unless you find a flat black pigment, because I think the shimmer that goes into black pigments is what lightens it up into grays. However, the issue with that then is if you use a flat black, you do have to create a slurry with it so that it doesn't just clump up like the old Landridge ones. Do they even make pigments anymore? Anyways, I would love to do a black and white one. I would just use a black and then a pearl. Let me see if I have a black powder. Pardon me while I step into the shop. I know I don't have one for sale, but I may have one that someone sent me to review. The answer is no. I don't. Maybe I did and I sent them out in mystery boxes. But this Purple Mountain metallic from STONECOAT is pretty flippin' dark. So let's just try that one. What's up, Gingerms? I'm so impatient that I just put more of the gloss medium in it to cover everything faster. And then I guess I forget that I'm then going to have to wait for it to drain out. And it's going to take longer to drain the more you put in there, obviously. But we can work on a different one while this one's draining a little bit. Okay. Now that I can set this one aside to drip, we can do other ones. Let me close up these glitters. Nope. Okay, I apparently don't know what lid goes where. I just have to do this and get it out of the way before I move on, or else everything will end up in every color. I've done that before. Just ruined many a color. All right. So I was thinking we would do one. Hey, Petra. We're just making these. Okay. What do I want to do with this guy? Initially, I thought I wanted to paint it black and then drip, create drips on the outside of it in gold. What do you guys think about that? Pardon me while I step over to the window and spray paint my this real quick. I almost feel bad spray painting this black because what's the point of it being a nice clear glass ornament? I mean, you wouldn't want to do this with plastic because spray paint will eat all of it, all the plastic, 100% of the time. All right. Now we have black. A black egg. Judy, I'm trying to tell people how to get some of your ornaments, and I am pretty sure they're supposed to just email you, but I wanted to be sure for sure. What's up, Tutor? So when we're out of the country at the end of the month, would it be okay with you guys if I had some guest live feeders, like maybe a Tutor Day, Clara Day, a Vamp Day, maybe Tammy Anderson, maybe Marcy, maybe Vamp wants to do one. Tutor, that's what I was just about to do, bro. Or you mean on the inside of it? Trying to make sure this little guy is fully dry. I'm using a matte spray paint, so I'll be able to see pretty quickly what's dry and what isn't. But I'm going to let this further set up, I think. I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna put it in a cup over here. All right, while that one's drying more, we're gonna do this one. You think you and Vamp should hijack ATD? That would be amazing. jhsand@me.com if you want to get in on these perfect glass ornaments. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the gum Arabic. I just want to see how STONECOAT's powders. Ugh. Just so I can be sure when people ask if they can just use micas. I want to make sure nothing was a fluke. You don't have to have, I don't know if I said this earlier, you don't have to use this gum Arabic to do these ornaments, but I just like what it does. I like the effect it gives, so. Hello, Valerie. So yeah, not required, but it is required if you want a little bit more of an antiqued, oxidized awesomeness. Vam says, I'll post the two I did the other day, and I don't even do Christmas. It's true. It's very true. All right, so now that we have our gum Arabic all dispersed, let's add color. Now, since the regular mica, just being mica, didn't do anything with the gum Arabic without having the primary elements involved as well, I'm going to use some black cherry first. I'm going to try to put it on mostly just the areas that have gum Arabic already so that it can do the awesome things. And then we'll use the dark purple from STONECOAT. What's it called? Purple Mountain. I'm just aiming for the parts that have the gum arabic, but because powder is just going to go everywhere anyways. What was the site again for the ornaments? All right, that may be more black cherry than I intended, but it'll be awesome. We're going to open this packet of color. It's called Purple Mountains from STONECOAT. You can get it at stonecoatcountertops.com. I don't carry this color because I don't carry many just straight up micas. I'm just going to have to do it this way. That may not be easy either. All right, hold on a second. But if you order it from stonecoatcountertops.com, use the code YALL, Y-A-L-L, all caps, no punctuation. Whoops. Okay. I'm just going to have to bend this so it doesn't close on me. The struggle is real, y'all. You do have and sell STONECOAT metallic powders. I don't. Rhonda, what's up? We're making ornaments. How fun are these? So that purple, oh, you can get Purple Mountain from Rhonda. She sells all of STONECOAT's micas. So that Purple Mountain is this color right here, and then this one is the black cherry. We'll just see if it does any awesome things. It could be that just that one kind of mica didn't want to do it, but see how these micas just look different? They're a little bit grittier. You've got a little bit more texture to them. I think that's why they do some of these reactions, but we're going to test it. You're driving home from Sam's getting ready for the class? Yeah, so if you want to get some of these micas from Rhonda, support a small business, she just added her link, rk3designs.com. And what's up, square table degenerates? How you doing? Okay. So let's check up on everything that we've done so far. We've got this one, the first one that we've done. This is the reaction of the gum arabic that we put in. Some of it hasn't absorbed fully yet, but I have no doubt that it will, except for this one that's just mainly in straight up mica instead of primary elements. Then we did this one. This is a big patch of the gum arabic, and it had this bling it mica behind it, so I don't know what it's going to do, but it looks good in the other areas that had the primary elements. Ooh, that looks fun. We'll see. Then we did this one. It's still moving and shaking. Then we did this one with halo. It's starting to oxidize in those areas. This is an accident on my part because I didn't coat it fully apparently, so it looks like that. However, notice that that rainbow still goes through that area and it's not exactly fully coated in there. See what I mean? You could see straight through to the other side of this ornament. but the rainbow effects are still very obvious, just as obvious, maybe even more obvious than they are where it's full coated. So when you get the Oaklawn holographic rainbow powder glitter from me, it doesn't take that much. See? Looks like I have another void here. We'll see how that one turns out. It looks almost like one of those cat eye things. And then we have our solid black one. So now I'm gonna do some gold drips to this. Looks like some of my, sorry about all that movement, Oaklawn has gotten onto it, but that's fine. It will be okay. I'm gonna use a paintbrush to apply. You could use a dropper to put your liquid gold on. However, I want to be just a little bit more specific in where I put the gold. So I'm going to be a little bit more specific of where I put the gold. So I'm going to use a paintbrush. Now, this stuff will eat up the paintbrush. So I'm going to try to find the junkiest paintbrush that I've already wrecked, so I don't harm too many paintbrushes in the making of my art. Right. I'm using Liquid Gold by Montana. You can get it black. Nope, Blick. Sorry, I was reading Vamp's comment. You can get it Blick often. You can get it on Amazon often. I put my phone on airplane mode. I can get it Blick in Amazon at times, but a lot of times they run out. So, I mean, how often can you reject a call before people understand that you're rejecting it? So I'm going to just place the gold all the way around the top of my ornament. Then I'm gonna let the gold drip down in certain areas like we did this first one. But I want to be specific about how the drips look, which can be good or bad. Sometimes when you try too hard to make something look like something, it won't work. And if I tried to do this with a dropper, I wouldn't have as much control. At least that's what I feel like. Now the hard part is where to put your hands that you don't interrupt what you're doing. I want some short drips, but I feel like the drips don't want to cooperate with that aesthetic right now. We'll put one right here. My goodness. I'm like petrified about putting my hand on a drip. Okay. Hey, Sue. You can definitely use alcohol inks to decorate these eggs. I'm trying to keep this in camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now it's like I need some longer ones. Sweet, I think it looks good. Until it's about time that I shake up my gold, but I'm gonna not do that. See how it's breaking apart? It's separating. Okay, now where am I gonna put it right there? And we're just gonna let that dry. It's a little bit pumpkin-y for some reason to me. Okay, so let's check back on all of the ones that we've done. Actually, now is when we're going to put some magic in them. So this is old gold from Color Passion. You can use any metal powder gold. I'm using old gold. You could use 007. You could use Mayron. But this stuff you can put in once your piece is dry, and it'll still stick. What this is going to do is like backlight some, hold on. See the gold right here? Coming through. So that's just going to brighten up certain areas. Anything that wasn't completely covered will now have the gold kind of backlighting it. And that just makes it look even more classy, in my humble opinion. It's outlining that gum Arabic. It's my favorite part of this one. All of this. All right, so that one's done. Just pop this ornament topper back in there. I say that like it's easy, but this part is sometimes the most difficult part. There you go. These will continue to fade out and do awesome things, these patches of gum arabic. But that's essentially all there is to it. So I'm gonna go back through in order and put this gold in these. All right, for example, see how dark this part is right here? You can see through those areas. But now they're backlit by gold and it makes it look even more fun of a texture. Ooh. Put a little bit more in there. That looks so fun. Okay. Hello, Robin. Put that little topper back on. Which one's next? I think this one. So this one, either this one or the next one's gonna have a lot of gold showing through because it was kind of on the thinner side. It'll really show through on the one we did glitter. I always hold them up to the light and make sure I can't see through them because that's going to be what needs more pigment. Hey, Carol, welcome. Oh yeah, these are very quality glass ornaments. So those white patches will blend out as it sets. And now I do get kind of violent when I make ornaments, but it's for a purpose. So now we're going to do this rainbow one that has this large gap. Because of whatever magic is in this gold, it's going to stick whether there's any of the gloss medium there or not. So it's going to fill in every, see? It's going to fill in every area. That needs a little something extra. I want to do a whole one that has that oaklawn in it, I feel like. I swear I could just sit here and do ornaments for hours and hours, and I would get no work done. When Tudor was over here, ooh, this one's turning out super nice. When Tudor was over here the other night, last night before, I'm not sure. I mean, he had a lot of work to get done, but I was like, just stop what you're doing and let me show you how to do these ornaments so that I have an excuse to play with ornaments. And then we did, but we still got work done. It's going to be so nice. If you guys are interested in these super durable ornaments, you can get them from Judy, jhsand@me.com. She's in the room if you have any questions. If you coat the inside with white paint and use alcohol ink to decorate the outside and spray with varnish. Yeah, you could do that. Ooh. All the pigments are inside of these ornaments. I just put them in this little bitty hole and then shake them around. And then I do all these fun things. I mean, you could absolutely do alcohol inks and then spray seal them. Maybe later this week I'll do some alcohol ink ones, or you can drop alcohol inks on the inside. That's absolutely viable. So the white stuff, you have to really do this a lot more than I did. I just didn't want to waste too much time doing that for you guys. But if you do that a lot more, this will dissipate faster because it'll be a thinner pile of the gum arabic. These will still fade out as the powder on the inside and the gloss medium settle. So I did this one 2 days ago, and it'll probably still be here because it was a little bit too big of a pile, but I had those white patches all over this piece. Everywhere that's really dark is where I had a really large patch of the gum arabic, which is the white color you're seeing here. But they fade out. This one just looks like patina, which I love. So, you guys are making ornaments tonight? What's up, Joella? So yeah, I did stone one not too long ago. Let me see if I can find it. Never mind. I have it packed up with all my Christmas stuff, but I stoned one, a heart-shaped one. So anyways, thank you guys for coming in and seeing how I make Christmas ornaments. This is something that a whole family could get together and do. I did all of these. How long have I been live now? 68 minutes, and did all of these. So if you got some, you could get together with your family. If you got little cousins, nephews, children coming over, make some of these. Have stuff that'll be on your tree for, you know, generations, assuming you're really good with glass ornaments. I don't have that many because reasons. Anyways, I think that it's a great activity for families, and I highly recommend. So you can get you can use any micas, but the best reactions come from the primary elements, which you can get. I mean, I have some of them, but not all of them. You can get them from, no, no, man. Oh well. I'll have to redo this one later. For now, I'm just gonna find somewhere to hang it so it doesn't hit anything else while it's setting, drying, etc. Awesome, I just ran into something else, so not even gonna worry about that right now. You can get it from Primary Elements. It's not primaryelements.com. It's Color Art. There you go. COLOURARTE. And you can get the gum arabic online or in local stores, probably. Get these ornaments from Judy, jhsand@me.com, or use other glass ornaments. Some people use plastic ornaments. And then don't forget you have to coat the inside with a gloss medium. Judy can recommend the best ones. Take some to Mike. Well, I don't know how well these guys will travel. So the gold I used is Old Gold from Color Passion, which you can find on my website, artistofdeath.com. You can also use 007, Mayron, any metal-based floating gold. And the gloss medium that I used, I'm pretty sure it's by Golden, but any gloss medium will work. And I don't put much in, I just put enough in to coat the inside, and then I let the rest of it drain out. You want to have as little in there as possible, but you want it fully coated. Min Wax Poly will work. Judy uses a gloss varnish. Yes, I am going to Hawaii. Mike is bringing us out there for my birthday and to create content for the channels. We have picked a date. It is May 1st, 2022. Pardon me while I waste not, want not. Oh, Bowie's over here for his close-up. One moment. Bowie butt. Hi, Bobo. Hi, my baby. What are you doing? Were you hanging out in your little house? You were? You ready to go outside? You ready to go outside? Do you want to go outside? Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching me create this mess. Also, these awesome ornament eggs. I hope you try it. If you do, tag us in your artwork on literally any platform. We're on all of them. And please subscribe to the channel. Share a video if you liked it. Share it with people you don't like if you hated it. Ruin their day a little bit. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And Sue, yes, I have. I'll send you a message on Facebook in just a moment. I hope you guys have an awesome day. We'll be back tomorrow for a live. Oh, let's go check out how the cat from yesterday is doing. I haven't. Well, I know I love the purple too. I haven't checked on. This is a case. This is what a case looks like. 64 pieces. I think she turned out lovely. I might stone these. I'm going to let her cure up for just one more day. I'm not sure how much a case is, but Judy's in the room and she can answer that question. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm going to take my little boy dog out and I will see you guys tomorrow. We love you guys so, so much. Be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through. And always remember, we do the test, so Bowie doesn't have to. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bowie, say bye. Do you say bye? Hey, do you say bye? No? All right, bye. Oh, yes, I did get more dragons in.